Assalamualaikum guys, I hope that all of will be fine. Today's my topic is punctuation. Here I have written punctuation mark and their symbols as well. Guys, first of all I'll tell you what are punctuation marks. Punctuation marks are the marks which divide a long sentence or a passage into small parts to enable the reader to understand the meaning properly. Now I am going to teach you the rules for using the most common punctuation marks. You can write correct English without making mistakes. The first punctuation mark is period or full stop, exclamation mark, question mark, comma, semicolon, colon, apostrophe, capital letters, hyphen, dash, parenthesis and inverted commas. Now students, we are going to start terminal punctuation mark. Terminal means the end. Terminal punctuation marks are what we use to end the sentence. There are three in number I have mentioned here. First is period or full stop. Second is exclamation mark and the third one is question mark. Now we will talk about period or full stop. Guys, in American it is called period and in British it is called full stop. So a full stop is used to end declarative and imperative sentences. Now I'll explain what are declarative and what are imperative sentences. Student, here I have written one example. I teach English. This is declarative sentence. Student, declarative sentences declare something and give us information. Like you can see in this example, this sentence declare something. Now come to imperative sentences. Imperative sentences are commands or request. Here I have written one example of imperative sentence. If it rains tomorrow, bring your umbrella. Now students, move to next terminal punctuation mark, that is exclamation mark. Student, it is used to convey strong emotion. I have written here one example. I am really excited about my job. Guys, it tells our reader to read this sentence with emotion. In this sentence, emotion is excitement. In the same way, we can express many other emotion like anger, joy, surprise. Okay. Now move to a second example. Wow, what a interesting story. Guys, in this sentence I have used interjection, and after writing interjection I have put here exclamation mark. Students, now question is here, what does interjection mean? Interjection are words which express our sudden feelings. Guys, one thing more, keep in your mind, if you wanna convey a strong emotion in sentence, then you can use exclamation mark. And if there is just simple, not any special feelings, or just simple feeling in sentences, then we just end the sentence with full stop. Now guys, move to next terminal punctuation mark, and that is question mark. Students, question mark is used to mark the end of a question. So it's very straightforward. If a sentence is question, then we put question mark at the last of the sentence. Here I have written one example. What do you do? Here I have put a question mark at the last of the sentence. If I'll give you one more example, are you excited about your new job? So the rule is, if the sentence is a question, then it must end with question mark. Guys, notice that there is no space between last letter of the sentence and terminal punctuation mark. If you put space there, then it will be wrong. And when you begin new sentence, then you can leave space after the terminal mark, and you should start the new sentence with capital letter. Now students, question is, what are capital and small letter called? Student, capital letter are called uppercase letter and small letter are called lowercase letter. Now students, we will discuss about pauses. First of all, I'll tell you what are pauses. Student, pauses tell the reader to stop briefly for a moment and then continue reading. These are three marks here. First is comma, second is semicolon, and third is colon. Guys, first of all we will discuss about comma. It is used for different purposes. Comma is used to separate the addresses from other, like dear students, listen to me. Dear students, and then we will put the comma and then listen to me. It is used to separate the different phrases and clauses from one another. It is used to separate the date and year as September 10, comma, and then 2020. Students, comma is used to separate items in list. It is used to separate words that are not part of the sentences. And after writing salutation like dear sir and dear madam, we will put comma. And in the closing of the letter and email, when we write yours affectionately, yours faithfully, then after writing these words, we will put comma. Comma is also used to separate a linking word. And now look at the first example. We need to buy milk, eggs, flour and sugar for the cake. Students, there are 4 items in the list separated by comma. Notice when when we read the sentence, we naturally pause after each item of the list. We can put comma after each item, and one thing more, before and we can put comma or not, it's our choice. Guys, if you wanna put here comma or not, it's your choice, and both sentences both are correct. Students, keep one thing in your mind: if you have only 2 items, then don't put comma, and if you have more than 2 items, then you put comma after every item except the last item. Students, one thing more, there is no space before comma but a space after putting comma, like this. Now students, move to second example. Unfortunately, he missed his flight. Student, I have told you already, comma is used to separate words that are not part of the sentence. In this sentence, unfortunately is my opinion, and he missed his flight is the main sentence. And it is unfortunately is used just to express my opinion about the sentence. Students, this type of word are called sentence adverbs, like frankly, hopefully, sadly, etc. Now students, look at the next example. This is the great book. In fact, it is one of the best book I have ever read. Student, I have told you comma is used to separate linking words. In this sentence, in fact is linking word. Now a question is here, what are linking words? Linking words connect one sentence to another, and the example of linking words are therefore, for example, however, in fact, which I have used here. Now guys, move to semicolon. It is used to combine closely related sentences. In these sentences, we use conjunctive adverbs. Now question is here, what are conjunctive adverbs? However, therefore, in fact are called conjunctive adverbs. Now look at the example. Her parents wanted her to be a doctor. However, she had other plans. Student, in this sentence, here are 2 independent clauses, and I have used here conjunctive adverb. Students, for joining 2 independent clauses, I have put here semicolon after writing first independent clause. Guys, notice one thing here. Before semicolon, we don't leave space, but after semicolon, we leave a single space. So students, we can say that semicolon is used mostly in these sentences where writer pause to stress anything. The example is, the coconut tree gives us food. After writing food, we will put a semicolon. It gives us oil. Again, we will put a semicolon after writing oil. It gives us ropes and all the necessities of life. And now students, move to next punctuation mark, and that is colon. Students, colon denotes the bigger pause than full stop or smaller than semicolon. A colon is used in the following conditions. And the first condition is to mention a character. Like you can see in the example, I have written teacher, and after writing the character teacher, I have put here colon, and then I have written why are you late today. The second condition is when giving a reference from the book, if the name of the writer is written, then colon is used. If I'll give you example, if I'll give reference from the book of Bacon essays, then I say Bacon says. After writing Bacon says, I'll put over there colon. Reading is a gateway of knowledge. Now move to next example. The most important principle is in business is this: respect your customers. So guys, we can say that in the middle of these two complete sentences which are not linked with the conjunction, but their relation is so important that second sentence explain the first sentence, then we can use colon. Now students, move to last and most common punctuation mark, and that is apostrophe. Students, it is used for two purposes: mark contraction and mark possession. Now question is here, what is contraction? When we shorten two words, this is called contraction of words. Like here, he'd, it can be he would or had, she's, she is. Apostrophe is used in place of omitting letters. We should put apostrophe on its correct space. We can't put it anywhere. One thing more about contraction, you just shorten only two words at same time, not more than two words. Now students, we will discuss about the second purpose of apostrophe, that is mark possession. Students, apostrophe is used to show possession or relation of something. Here I have written one example. Have you seen Ali's new car? Student, keep one thing more in your mind. We just use apostrophe for showing the possession of living things. And now guys, I have told you the rules for using the most common punctuation mark with their example. I hope all these things will be cleared and you will keep all these things in your mind forever. We will meet in next video. Till then, Allah Hafiz.